Hello, dear viewers. You're welcome to another fascinating episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. In this week's package, Central Bank of Nigeria assures Nigeria Customs Service of more strengthened collaboration and support. Also, Western Marine Command hands over cannabis sativa to National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Other reports about the service's activities will also come your way, including the Customs Hub segment, where we get you informed on issues that relate to imports and excise duty collection. Thank you for joining us. I am Hafsat Orime Ibrahim. Please go nowhere as you enjoy the program.
In a deliberate move to strengthen collaboration with relevant agencies with the view to enhancing the nation's economy, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, has led a delegation to the Central Bank of Nigeria. He intimates the Central Bank Governor on the progress the Nigeria Customs Service has made in building its legacy system named Budogu, how it came about, and what it stands for.
We are in the process of rolling out another legacy system which was developed indigenously by Nigeria Customs Service in conjunction with our technology service provider. And this was occasioned because of a subsisting contract with another service provider which we were trying to exit from. We came up with Budogu. Budogu was meant to be something indigenous, something that captures the strength and the dynamic of what's in the streets people call Odogu. We put the B just to represent the border. So the Odogu at the border, that's what Budogu simply connotes. And so the system is meant to replace everything that we did on NICE.
He uses the medium to solicit the central bank support for successful rollout of Budogu, having successfully carried out pilot implementation.
We now need all our banks to be on board with us so that we'll be able to open from M in any of the banks, and then we'll be able to go and integrate the pre-arrival assessment system on the new Budogu programs. So what we are asking for CBN is to give this partnership real meaning, is for CBN to direct our banks, of course, to give us support and approval in our rollout system, give the various banks the approval to integrate with the customs for us to be able to go live on this. And added to that is the NXP, so that if we are able to integrate the NXP into the Budogu system, it makes it easier for us to be able to follow rate time, exchange rates of exports. But then it's also important that the integration of the exchange rate API into the system as we are rolling out is also done, so that it becomes easier for us to be able to make adjustments in the exchange rates. Presently, it is done manually. They send email to us on a regular basis, sometimes twice in a day, sometimes once in a day. And we've had situations where emails that are sent to us are recalled, for one reason or the other. So this is creating a lot of distortion in our system. And so on this, we also request CBN to be of assistance to us.
In his response, the central bank governor, Olayemi Cardoso, assures the service of all desired collaboration.
It is in our collective interest to work closely together. So I really do want to say that we will definitely be ensuring that we can keep that spirit of collaboration going. We are also keen to ensure in our ongoing interaction with all our clients, and you are one of them, that we don't say and not deliver. I think it's important that you have to have the confidence that your banks and your bankers deliver on everything they say.
He submits that the successes being achieved by the Nigeria Customs Service are also beneficial to the central bank, as he also emphasizes readiness for support.
I also want to congratulate you really for the milestone achievements you've made in the relatively short space of time at Customs. And it has also made our own job relatively more seamless. And at the end of the day, I know the man on the street also is feeling the impact as a result of that. And to encourage you to say that, anytime you need us, we are ready to support.
The central bank governor is optimistic that continuous dialogue between the Nigeria Customs Service and the central bank is necessary, noting that his dialogues with Bashir Adeniyi, MFR, in recent months have been very useful in some of the central bank's reforms, which may not be obvious to many. As we march into the blessed month of Ramadan, let us be reminded to uphold its profound values: faith, sacrifice, compassion, and renewal. This sacred time is about much more than fasting. It is a period of self-reflection, gratitude, and generosity. It is a time to strengthen our connection with the Almighty, extend kindness to those in need, and nurture the spirit of unity and hope. Let us use this season to be compliant traders and avoid every form of illicit trade. May this Ramadan bring peace, prosperity, and economic growth to our nation. Wishing you and your loved ones a blessed, fulfilling, and joyous Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem. Stakeholders comprising officers of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, Department of State Services, DSS, Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, and other relevant agencies that work at the airport converge at the instance of Customs Area Controller, the Federal Capital Territory Command of the Nigeria Customs Service, Comptroller Olumide Adebisi. The reason for their convergence is not far-fetched.
At the Financial Action Task Force, which monitors the flow of currency into all the countries in the world, the Nigerian rating is low. I have to do something because my command cover Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, which of course is one of the very important border stations in the country, because all ambassadors used here, all multinational and international agencies use here, including NGO and everybody. We work with all of them. So this is very important. And whatever image I project here will help my country. So what do? I'm able to put all these agencies together that, look, gentlemen, we can be on the same page.
Comptroller Olumide Adebisi reveals that the synergy is already paying off.
Since this matter started about 2 weeks ago, since I started this sensitization, the improvement is coming. I have the feeler from other agencies. I work with ACD headquarters, and I discovered that things are improving. We have 2 weeks for another rating on Nigeria, which will take Nigeria from the blacklist. And in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to make sure that Nigeria is not going to the blacklist. We are going to the green list.
The Customs Area Controller stresses the fact that Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport is a customer-friendly border station, but maintains that measures are being taken to make it even better.
We have no choice than to be passenger-friendly, because this is the touch of the world to the country. We are having recommendation, but we can do better, and that is the mission for this sensitization, including the stakeholders, the bank, the ANACA, NAGAF, and every agency that has to do with customs are on board. We are going to have a single platform where every agency, where every stakeholder can interface, where we can steer information, where we can share intelligence.
With cooperation from all agencies working at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport guaranteed, Comptroller Adebisi is confident that things will definitely work better, resulting in more positive rating of Nigeria as a money laundering-free nation. The Apapa Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has organized a lecture which seeks to bring to the fore critical issues that are fundamental to building trust, fostering sustainable development and integrity within public institutions. In his welcome address, Customs Area Controller Apapa Command, Comptroller Babatunde Olomu, views the lecture as timely.
Transparency and accountability are not just ideals, they are actually essential pillars that support good governance and ensure that public servants act in the best interests of the citizens they serve. As we all know, transparency and accountability are the cornerstone of effective and responsible administration. Therefore, this lecture comes at a very crucial time when our nation is striving to strengthen its institutions to promote a culture of uprightness in the public sector. Together, we can work towards a more transparent and accountable public service that upholds the values of ethics, responsibility, and professionalism.
The objective of the lecture, the resource person who is from ICPC reveals, is to enable participants understand the concepts of corruption, transparency, and accountability, as well as understand the relevance of transparency and accountability. She highlights the major causes of corruption.
Lack of accountability and transparency results in distrust and a deep sense of insecurity. Then, if there's no accountability and transparency, it causes corruption. The lack of genuine fear of God. If we have fear of God, we will not involve in any act of corruption. Poverty, too, is a major cause of corruption. Because with poverty, hunger can make someone do any negative thing, which is act of corruption. Lack of political will to do the right thing. Then we have absence of integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. So if there is no integrity, that's another cause of corruption, because there can be, if you have integrity, there won't be corruption. And we can say that the major cause of corruption is greed.
Mrs. Rabiat outlines some of the indicative qualities of a transparent and accountable person.
They are supposed to attend to mail at appropriate time, do what we promise. Don't promise, like maybe where stakeholders or customers are coming, you promise them that, okay, come back tomorrow. When they come back, you don't keep your promise. You take responsibility for any action, then proactively solve problems. We should not blame anyone or make excuses for failure. Then always remain ethical in action. That's being professional. If officers are professional, that's the quality of accountability and transparency. To be honest and transparent in all we do, and show humility and apologize for wrongdoings.
She emphasizes the importance of understanding the dire need to kill corruption in public service, or it kills performance and retard the nation's progress in the long run. Again, she admonishes that public servants should strive to be models of integrity and allow transparency and accountability be their watchwords. Deviant smugglers at the Federal Operations Unit Zone C's area of jurisdiction have swallowed bitter pills yet again, as operatives of the unit have successfully intercepted items capable of undermining both the nation's economy and security, as well as the health of the citizenry. The items include 272 bales of used clothing, 13 bales of used shoes, 11 bales of used bags, 1,230 sachets of tramadol, and 289 packs of tramadol capsules, along with other prohibited items, such as cannabis sativa, used tires, and illegally imported food products.
I attribute these successes and achievements to focus, determination, and a decision to stop smuggling activities in the entire zone and its environs. The unit has never relented in its intelligence gathering, interagency synergy, and surveillance in and around its areas of jurisdiction.
Comptroller Michael Ubagu stresses that all hands must be on deck to stem smuggling and curtail its negative impact on the nation and its people.
This is a wake-up call to general public to join hands with Nigerian Customs Service in the fight to curb smuggling and bring it to its minimal level, as this will boost the nation's economy and better the lives of Nigerians at large. I also implore all well-meaning Nigerians to avail the service with useful information and necessary intelligence that will assist in anti-smuggling measures.
In a display of interagency cooperation, Comptroller Ubagu hands over the intercepted cannabis sativa to National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA.
This is a welcome development from the Nigerian Customs. That's the synergy we talk about, because drug trafficking, drug offenses are global and it's a collective responsibility of everybody. Customs happen to be one of the stakeholders, and the next line of action is to our prosecution need to take control of the exhibit, whereby getting a forfeiture from the federal court. Then after then, the federal court will pronounce it banned and fix a date for the destruction of the exhibit, which will be communicated very soon.
The unit has made 3,264 interceptions between January and February 2025, with a total duty paid value of 735,972,000 naira. As we march into the blessed month of Ramadan, let us be reminded to uphold its profound values: faith, sacrifice, compassion, and renewal. This sacred time is about much more than fasting. It is a period of self-reflection, gratitude, and generosity. It is a time to strengthen our connection with the Almighty, extend kindness to those in need, and nurture the spirit of unity and hope. Let us use this season to be compliant traders and avoid every form of illicit trade. May this Ramadan bring peace, prosperity, and economic growth to our nation. Wishing you and your loved ones a blessed, fulfilling, and joyous Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem. Justifying its commitment to safeguarding the nation's waterways from deviant activities of smugglers which threaten the nation's security and economy, the Western Marine Command has, in recent operations, intercepted 53 sacks of cannabis sativa as well as 29 loaves of the illicit substance concealed in a sack of rebagged rice. Customs Area Controller of the Command, Comptroller Paul Bamise, highlights the negative effects of smuggling.
The command will remain resolute in our mission to safeguard our waterways from the infiltration of harmful substances. Drug smuggling not only fuels crime but also destroys lives and communities. I strongly urge members of the public to desist from encouraging trafficking and consumption of these illicit substances, as they are contributing to the degradation of our youth and the wider society.
He emphasizes that deviants haven't seen anything yet.
Most of these smugglers, they have relocated, but we are relentless. We will continue to chase them until our waterways are free of this illicit drug trafficking. We will continue to collaborate with relevant agencies in the spirit of national service and commitment to a safer Nigeria, to ensure that justice is served and that the perpetrators of such crimes are brought to book.
Meanwhile, In the spirit of interagency collaboration, Comptroller Bamisai hands over 4,973 loaves of cannabis sativa and 2 suspects to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA.
I want to appreciate the Comptroller and Customs for this seizure. So, as usual, I will take over the seizure and ensure that the needful is done. The suspect will be prosecuted as we usually do. And we usually give feedback too. Like the last time, the custom controller was given a feedback of what has transpired among the cases after conviction. So that is how we operate.
This is yet an exemplary synergy that works for the benefit of Nigeria and its people and to the detriment of unpatriotic Nigerians, signifying yet another victory for the nation over deviance.
Hello and welcome to the segment Customs Hub on Customs Duty. This is a segment that summarizes some of the activities of the Nigeria Customs Service regarding weekly revenue generation and other related matters. We take a look at the total number of pre-arrival assessment reports issued and revenue collected from Friday 24th of February 2025 to Thursday 28th of February 2025. The total amount of pre-arrival assessment report, also known as PAR, issued for the week amounts to 4,642. The Nigeria Customs Service also generated 153,108,262,383 naira 81 kobo in revenue for the week. In another development, the Nigeria Customs Service collected the sum of 506,940,640 naira 81 kobo from excise duty, taxes, and other relevant levies. That is all for the segment Customs Hub.
This is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode of the program. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles now being displayed on your screen. Do send your feedbacks and suggestions through the appropriate social media handles. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. Endeavor to be a compliant trader and a patriotic citizen. Don't forget to shun smuggling and always pay the correct duty to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation. See you same time next week. I remain your anchor, Hafsat Oreme Ibrahim, saying bye.